There we go. Well, all right. Let's try this again with the proper shirt, right? Welcome to Gaming with Magus. I am Magus, and we are back for some Final Fantasy Rebirth. So, where were we? Well, we got done with Cosmo Canyon. We unlocked Sid, and we were given the freedom that now we can go to the various locations wherever we want. Just requires a little bit of, gil to make it happen. No big deal. And they want us to go to Nibelheim. And I'm like, nah, hold up. So I'm going back to a couple of places because I kind of didn't clear everything and I needed to do that. I did go back to the one area and realized I couldn't complete it other than the king fight because of the fact that I guess you got to wait to a certain point in time before it unlocks. Not sure what that's about. Whatever, that's fine. So the Casa del Sol area and the whatnot area, there might be a couple things there, but past that, there's the green grasslands area that I need to finish up on, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna go ahead and try to do those, get that done, get those summons and everything else that needs to be done, artifacts, and then we're gonna go to Nibelheim and do what we need to do. Past that though, I think we're doing great in general with the game. How much more there is, I don't know. We're still missing one character, and I'm just not sure. Now, how are we doing as a channel? Well, over on Rumble, we're sitting at 168, which is great. I appreciate that. Hashtag Rumble Gaming. And of course, over on Kick, we're sitting at 47. 3 more, we'll have 50. Give me a follow there. That'd be great. And over on Twitch, we're sitting at 93. No subs. No subs. Are you going to sub to me? That'd be really cool if you could. And you can also sub to me on Kick. Of course, though, on Kick, not Kick, Twitch, if you have his Amazon Prime and you link it to your Twitch account, you can gift a subscribe to your favorite streamer, which only gets rid of ads, but it helps the channel out. Past that, we also have YouTube, which, how is YouTube doing? Let's take a look here. And YouTube, we're sitting at still at 312 subscribers. If we can get that subscriber count up, that'd be great. Let's shoot for 320. I need 8 more subs over there. That'd be great. I'm trying to reach the 500 marks, and that way I can have member-specific options, and you can help monetize, which would be great. Ultimate goal, of course, is 1,000 to get ad revenue. Past that, I think we're doing pretty good in that regard. Now, hopefully that wasn't too loud. I don't think it was, but you never know. Let's go ahead and transition. Some things don't look sharp. I don't know why. Something to do with YouTube. All I do know is I have bumped up the bitrate on all the systems, including what I'm recording. So that way, the VOD of this after the fact, when we chop it up and put videos out there edited, will be of the highest quality possible. Don't need no stinking updates. What do I need updates for? If it's not on the disc, let's not talk about it. Twitch says I'm unstable. It's about right. All right. I don't know if I can beat this guy or not. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna try it maybe a couple of times. If I can't do it, there's an additional piece of hardware that you would need to try to survive things. Who do we have? I think the right answer is Aerith really should be in here. And I think that's the right way to do this. Let me see. Do I have any debuff materials on any of these guys? Fire, ice, healing, access, barrier. You have poison. Let's see if we could get a different one on here. Protect. Oh, wait a minute. Do I already have it on there? I do. Oh, is there another one we could use? I wonder if sleep would work. You just don't know. Okay, quickly switch off of Cloud.
Deal with that.
I'll show you. Why don't you lead the way?
Watch and learn. Want some more? Suck on this.
Okay, we are going to... Let's try to sleep him.
Feeling a little drowsy.
Analyzing biological data.
Say goodnight, asshole.
Sleep him.
Feeling a little drowsy. Shit hurts, don't. My turn. Let's do this. It's on you. Don't overdo it.
I'm coming. It's your turn.
Goddamn time.
Just warming up. No way.
We have a res.
This might be better. Can you take over for
Let's
me?
do this.
Let's see here. Do we have a sentry ability ready? No. Let's go with bio on the Tomberry King, right? No. Let's give a Phoenix down on Barrett.
You okay? It's on you.
Why don't you leave the
Love you, Jack. Gotta love.
Let's sleep him.
Say goodnight, asshole. Want some more? Bring in the heat.
Taking over.
Drowsy.
Ah. Do we have a synergy ability? No. What about a regular ability? She doesn't have 2 yet. Berry King? No. How about Arrow?
enjoy the ride. Here goes. You can take.
Let's see. Get a cure going on.
Ain't no
You're right while you can.
Let's sleep him.
Say goodnight, asshole.
Hang back. That's it. Enough.
Wow, we beat him! And I didn't need a safety bit. I think the key was I was able to use the debuffs. That's usually not possible.
Did it, Cloud? I now dub thee the new king of the Tonberries.
Let's go!
By analyzing the King's biometrics, we can better understand Tonberry's social structures. Our research proceeds apace. Thank you, Cloud.
Okay. I feel accomplished. And we didn't even spend that much time either. That was a pretty... I'm surprised. Cloud's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. He's nothing. Alright, let's look at the map. What else we got going? I don't think there's much else I can do here, honestly. There's 2 more to do, and realistically, I don't think I can do it without waiting. There's a green. Wait, where is it? Is there a green one? Summon crystals tower. Summon proto relics. I can't do the proto relics. Okay. What we are gonna do. See, can I go out? Yeah. Let me go out and check the other regions. Come on. Okay. There's 2 proto relics I haven't finished in that region. The Gunga region, I definitely didn't finish. We should do something. And there's also the grasslands. So... fly to the... I wonder, can I go... Can I fast travel down here? No, it's not going to let you. Okay. How easy is it to get back to where I need to? Yes. All right, not too bad. Fast travel helps a lot. It really does. Where's the thing at? What the heck? Did I miss it? Well, that's definitely worth coming in and checking. I'm missing it somehow. Oh, I'm not far enough back, that's why. Well, this walking is for... It's up the hill. Don't know what that green stuff was for. Or bluish green. Let's go.
You rang?
Yes, sir. Let's go to the Gunga airstrip. Plenty of money.
Hold on tight.
Will do, sir. Will do. Let's go!
Don't be a stranger now, you hear?
Okay. So, we have this one we can pick up, that one we can pick up, that one we can pick up. Yeah, there was a bunch we didn't do. Did I do everything up there? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Unless there's stuff hidden that I'm not aware of. Let's see. Let's go. It's time to choke it up. Chocobo. I'm gonna hang it right. Oh, did we just pass it? Wait,
Seems we've crossed into fiend territory.
beans!
Rare Grandhorn variant detected. Commencing guidance protocol. Generally speaking,
What's that pile of
Grandhorns are
stuff?
peaceful creatures, which use
Must
their
be it.
claws not for combat, but for unearthing insects to eat. During mating season, they pair off to build nests and raise their young. Those unable to find partners eventually take up the role of protector, guarding the nests of others and keeping the newborns from harm. Their crimson coloration is a warning to all would-be trespassers. Keep out. The social structure of Grandhorn communities is definitely worthy of further investigation.
Don't hold back. Shit.
Let's see. I should have enough for an assess.
I got you.
Fire. Attacking twice while guarding will cause it to counterattack. Hitting it with a powerful offensive while it is guarding or counterattacking will pressure it. Though only ranged attacks are effective while it's counterattacking.
I'm still kicking.
Do fire.
No, it's not.
Spectacular!
Let's finish this. It's over. Calling fire.
Come on! Keep it up!
Going in.
And it's done.
Battle objectives completed. I knew you had it in
You could say they were a
Way to
little
go.
horny. That wasn't too bad. Some of these are kind of bad, though.
That was a very impressive showing. So impressive, in fact, that I was able to devise a new combat trial for you.
And I was in charge of calibrating its difficulty level.
Okay.
We put a lot of thought into this, so give it a try.
Okay, so we got that. I don't think there's a rope or anything to get down, right? No. Is there something over here? No. We should probably heal up. Alright, let's see here. I wonder if there's a rope or something over here. How do I get up there? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, they complete. Okay. Okay. Life from Gunga. Alright. Now, let's see. I don't even think I was looking for that. I don't know if I go up here, this will unlock additional things. Yeah, it looks like it might. Okay. So... Okay, I don't think we're over here. There you go, right? Okay, it won't let you go on. Okay. I guess I wasn't close enough. All right.
Good news, Cloud. I've unearthed information about a particularly rare monster. Deep in the forest lurks a fiend so foul. Pardon me. So foul, the mere mention of it induces nausea. This noxious pest may be negatively impacting the biome. I suggest you expedite its removal.
Okay. The Sultan of Stench. Okay. Oh, go up and around. Okay. I see.
Guess I got it. That was close.
Come on.
Really?
Need a light. Won't last long. Take it from here.
So it's my turn?
Let's see.
All done.
Almost took him out. Let's go. Let's go! Find that rope. Tell ya. It's pretty good. Some cases where he's like, you really need someone with some range. Wow, they're really making you climb all the way up here? Wow. I think I'm not going to complain. Because I'll get a bunch of move medals. Okay, what do we got here? Anything here? Okay. Wait a minute. Plug it in, plug it in. I'm telling you, it reminds me of the thing that R2-D2 always plugged into in Star Wars. Okay. The Fungi's Force Tower. Okay. How do we get to that one? Let's go to this rest stop and let's rest. Get up some of my stats. Yes, use a cushion. Yeah. Okay. Feel better? Let's go. Now, what's our situation? Did I already get that one? I did.
That wasn't so bad.
Okay. We need to get up there. There we go. Easy enough. What in the world is that? Like golem eggs. Very weird. They float. Oh, and there's other eggs inside. That's kind of crazy. Almost kind of remind me of the heads of in South Park. Hey guy. Hey guy. You like my egg guy? Oh, you want some of this? That's fine. Fire! Nice try. Don't think so. Who's a quicker draw? Cloud was. He said you're fired. All right. Yes. Here we go. Remnant wave tower. Okay. Get me some Moog Mells. Okay. So what's that gonna unlock? Anything? Yeah, not a whole lot of anything. Because they either ran into it or already did it. Oh. Wow. Let's see. So we've done a lot. We don't have all the towers. There's one more. There's combat assignments. 9 of 9. We've already done them all? No. There looks like there's 3 more. So there's one tower down here, the big bottle, proto relics to do. Let's go to that. And we'll do that battle, and then that'll put me close to some of the other stuff. Oh, there's a rope or something there. Climb it. Climb it real good. Man, it's up there, man. Oh, this might lead me to where I want to go. Oh. I think I might be on the right path here. Oh. Yeah, see some tracks there too. Well, that leads me that way. Well, if I don't want to go that way? I don't know if there's a way to get across over there. Maybe. Let me try going from here. And try going east. Yeah.
As lucky as sharp in my claws.
Meloceros detected nearby, commencing guidance protocol. Farmers
That's a
have
big
long
pig.
employed the Meloceros as a source of agricultural labor. Sadly, the beast's numbers have dwindled over time, and in the chaos following the Gongaga reactor accident, the few remaining Meloceros escaped and went completely feral. Although these herbivores tend to have a rather calm disposition, some have been spotted traveling in herds and attacking other animals.
Oh, wow.
This change is likely due to Mako exposure, and I suspect it's only one of many abnormal developments. Please exercise caution during your investigation.
Interrupt the enemy while they are using concentrate. Stagger an enemy.
Come in here.
Assess.
Best do it right.
Weakness. Fire. Lesser sleep. Automatically become pressured using certain attacks. They begin to heal themselves with concentrate when their stagger gauge gets too high. But this can be interrupted by hitting them with two powerful offensive abilities.
Deal with that.
Here goes. That's it. Here it comes. This one's for you. Go on.
Need my help, do you? Want some more?
I have fire, right? Okay.
Taking over.
Okay. Fire. Fire. Pray.
Can you take over?
Alright, watch and learn. Suck on this. Gotta love. Want some more?
Come on. Let's deal with that.
I'm coming. This one's for you. One more shot.
Can we do a synergy ability? Can we do something?
You got this under control. Though it was a quite
Dang it.
victory, you were unable to complete all the objectives. Might you try again?
Yeah. I don't know why that didn't work. Maybe if I had a limit break.
Meloceros detected nearby. Commencing guidance protocol. Farmers have long employed the Meloceros as a source of agricultural labor. Sadly, these numbers have dwindled over time. In the chaos following the Chicago reactor accident, the remaining Meloceros species went completely feral.
Don't overdo it.
Although terrible, they tend to have a rather calm disposition. Some have been spotted traveling in herds and attacking other animals. This change is likely due to lack of exposure, and I suspect it's only one of many unknown developments. Please exercise caution during your investigation. I know you can do this.
Here it comes. This one's for you. That's it.
Guess it's my turn.
Hmm. Will deep protect work, maybe?
Be a fool not to use this. Want some more? This ought to do the trick. Got enough.
Max Fury.
Got a whole heap of land with your name on it.
It's on.
Oh yeah, bring the heat.
Oh, snap! Oh, they brought the sugar and sweet, let me tell you. Did you see that health? It went gone. Wow. Retry? No, we're good. That was funny. Okay. Let's see. Choco, choco, choco. I want a choco. You want a choco. Wait, did I? Okay, that was the area I was trying to get to but couldn't. Now that I'm here. Okay. Let's go a little down here. Is that a dead end? Yeah, it wasn't, but it is now. Oh. Chocobo, stop. You've probably been waiting forever for someone coming down this way. Out in the middle of nowhere. Wow, what are you doing? Get in there. Really? We'll go ahead and set it on there. Yeah. I got a sense of posterior there, you know. Gotta have a cushion. Kind of like how the little baby chocobo also takes a nap too. It's kind of funny. We need to try to get over here somehow and over here somehow. I might actually be able to punch across, but I want to see if I can get south to this stuff, because I don't know if I can get to it. It might be the height. Yeah. Where's he at? Where's she at? Wait a minute. Let's see here. Okay. No mushroom or anything up here. What you got one over here for me, buddy? Ah. Easy enough. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. So we got that one. That's cool. I'm gonna try to go around and see if there might be a battle. Whoa, that's a long way down. Anything over here I can get to? No.
Those bagels, honestly, what are they like?
All right, let's do this. Hopefully this isn't too bad.
Would you mind rounding up all the mooglets for me?
Seriously. That's not cool. Oh, seriously? Seriously? Oh my gosh. Stupid Moogles.
Want to stop?
No. You guys are lame, Kupo. Lame!
What? No fair!
Okay. Ah! Dang it! Are you kidding me, Mosh? I have no ability to dodge that stuff. I must be doing something wrong. I have to be, because it cannot be that stupid. He's freaking Cloud. maybe the roll would work. You're gonna be first, Mosh.
How about this?
Got him.
Over here.
Seriously. Once you're captured, you shouldn't be able to attack.
Everything's spinning. You're giving up, Kupo?
It's Croca. You know what? No, I'm not giving up, Kupo. No. I'm gonna practice. Okay, cool. Okay. Get in there. Two in a row? That's not fair. Get in there, Mosh. Are you kidding me? Ah,
Do you want to stop?
no. All right. So I can dodge the one attacks, which are difficult. What? Dang it. No, you don't. Ah! Oh my gosh, seriously.
You're leaving already?
Oh, seriously? Get the banana peel, punk. Get in there, Moki. Moki Mountain. Sir, get in there. Quit being a punk. Got lucky. Oh! Come on. Googly moogly. Mogul.
This emporium is officially open, and it's all thanks to you.
Time.
There's only one more left to go. We've come so far, Kupo. I hope that you'll see it through.
One more left.
Over here. Please shop to your heart's content, Kupo.
What we got? Yep, buy that. What is this? Oh, vibrate detector. Hmm.
Come again soon.
Okay. Am I facing the right way? No, it's down this way. Let's see where this road leads us. Gotta loot.
We're in monster territory now.
Rare Gadi variant detected. Commencing guidance protocol. Known best for its distinct fangs, the Gadi believed to have migrated to these lands from a faraway continent. There was revered as a sacred creature and featured in the family crests of royalty. While it's unclear how and why the Gadi became established in Gagaga, some suspect it was drawn to the region's Mako deposits. Recent reports suggest the creatures have begun to expand their territory. Their presence has undoubtedly altered the Gagaga ecosystem, and I hope you will assist me in my quest to find out how.
Okay.
Come on!
We won't hold back.
Ice. Rare Gagandi variants hatched nearby Ganganda record, growing in maturity at premature rate, possessed with strength far superior to the average Gangandi. Hit them with powerful offensive abilities while they are waiting to ambush prey will pressure them.
Let's get this over.
Surprise!
Here it comes! One more shot! That's it! That's that.
And will the blizzard the other one?
Calling ice.
No, I'm cheering for you!
Focus thrust.
Try to get that thing. Let's do this.
There we go. Roll it over, little lizard man.
Though I suspect it wasn't much of a challenge.
Not really. I had that. Wow, look at those textures.
Great job! We've amassed a considerable amount of data on the fiends within the Gongaga region. On Charlie's behalf, allow me to express my gratitude.
Mine. I must insist that you not put words in my mouth. Oh, but I am grateful, of course. And to prove it, I have made a new combat trial so that you may test your might. A fitting gift, I should think.
Okay. All right, what we got? So I took care of those. If I come back out, I should be able to get a pro relic there, and there's a battle there, and there's a thing there. Anything on the other side? As of yet, doesn't look like it. Okay. One more tower, one more combat assignment, which may be this one. I guess the tower will show me where one of the other summons are, and I guess we'll start this whole proto relic thing. Okay.
That's that.
Moving on then.
Alrighty. Wait a minute. Oh, I was going the right way. Must be one of the ports. Let's see here. Unless there's a way over here to get up. Let's backtrack a little and look. Okay. Well, let's see before I go that way. Let me see if there's any area over here. Pretty sure I think I'm going to be forced that way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that's it to the cliff. And then there's a thing that bounced you over there. I don't want to do that. Can't you go anywhere up here? Okay, so they're not going to let you go down there at all. Alright, maybe a little. Wow, okay. Feel like Indiana Jones going through the forest twine and hidden temples of doom. The Temple of Doom! Indy! Let's see. What do we got here? I don't think you can go much further this way, yeah.
Anybody want to race to that tower?
Won't take long.
Wow. All right. All right, we get up. Okay. Okay. Man, frame rate's chugging. Let's go. Okay. Okay, there's a few more things. That should be pretty much it. That's the last tower. So that's all the towers. That's done. One more life spring. There's a battle there. Some in there. And the big battle there. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Got the chocobo stop up. Do I need to heal? Yeah, fine. Okay. Don't know how I'm getting over here. Whoops. Okay. Okay. That should take care of that. right, that's the life springs.
Cloud,
Yes.
upon analyzing the data from the life spring, I was able to locate a new transmuter chip. It's hidden within overgrown ruins. If my readings are correct, these mysterious structures predate even the Republic. Goodness, what an adventure.
Yeah, I would say they do. Okay. Let's see here. Can we hit the proto relic from here? Oh, let me guess. It's way up there. All right. Oops. Up this way? Come on, Bear, get out of the way. So we got all the way up here for nothing? Okay, I can't get up there. So what's the point of this area to go up? The Sultan of Stitch.
This is it, Cloud. We've arrived at the Great Marlboro's domain. As I'm
Oh,
sure
the
you
Marlboro?
surmise from the aroma, olfactory risk level high.
Hold on. One of these I removed. No, no, it wasn't that one. It was, I think, a yellow one, or it was a blue. Or maybe it was cleanse. Here we go. Look at that beastie.
Not the first to underestimate me.
Great Marlboro presence detected. Commencing guidance protocol. Marlboro's
Allow me.
Okay, weak against ice. Yes. Shattering their mouth will make them susceptible to staggering. Prevent them from using bad breath. If left unchecked, bad breath will steadily increase potency, and mouth will regenerate after a certain period of time. Okay.
Starlight have been known to grow exceptionally large thanks to their ravenous appetite for poisonous monsters. However, has undergone a unique evolution due to tobacco exposure.
Why don't you lead the way?
Need my help, do you?
Noxious odor that uses toxins to eat
Okay.
its prey.
Blizzard.
Right, the Great Marlboro can destroy the entire ecosystem. Facial coverings aren't required for this mission, but they are strong enough
We'll have
to creation.
Cloud cure himself.
Wow, what a fight!
Detrimental fixed toes.
I'm coming. Go on. And catch. This one's for you.
Which one was it? Bean's Kiss?
Here.
Now that's the spirit!
Get 'em. That's it. I'll take care of them. One more shot. Buckle up.
Wow, what a fight!
This one's for you.
Let's see what we'll do.
Don't catch a cold.
Victory is all but guaranteed!
Here it comes.
Make a poach. Cloud.
One more shot.
No, stand against you!
Gotta love. Want some more?
Blizzard.
Feeling a bit chilly? You're about to catch a cold.
Wow, I almost feel sorry for that. Your turn.
Blizzard.
Victory is all but
There it is. Take that, you pot plant. Put out the weed killer. Sweet and sour.
Your victory was inspiring, Cloud.
He was a
That
toad.
malodorous monstrosity has been sent back to the jungle depths from whence it came.
That's a considerably rare material, Cloud. I suspect it will prove useful in crafting new creations. I suggest you hold on to it.
Okay. We'll go rest on that bench. Yes. Yes, we will. That's right. I need that cushion. Someplace, Blood. How you doing? All right. You're resting up, or I need to rest up? I mean, technically, I could use it, but yes. Were you not feeling good or something? Let's see. Man, getting to some of this stuff is hard in this area. I have a feeling I gotta go through here to get to there. How do I get up here? There's got to be a way to get up there. Unless it's underneath. Feeling good? Just said that because you took a load off the bench. Load off the bench? Wow. I'm almost done with Dead Island 2. I just have the Sola stuff left to do. I took out the Hoss. The Hoss was... Once I got back with all those weapons... It was done. There was no chance. I almost have Pikmin 3 done. I just have 6 more side missions, and then that one's done. I can get back to Mario and Luigi Brothership. Don't know what I'm gonna play on Monday though. After I got to beat the Sola thing. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I got a few things. Of course, you know, there's the whole Switch 2 thing. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I'm hearing conflicting reports on certain items. As much as people complain about the Switch 2 price, is my understanding with a 10% tariff that technically Nintendo will be losing money and they'll accept that. All right. Here, hold on. I guess we'll do it now. I've been putting it off, but let's do it. So Switch 2. I'm concerned because they're really pushing customers. People out there are hurting. Yes, inflation is somewhat down, but not completely. And there's a lot of people that are really strapped. And having a $300 system never ever go down in price. Having all the Switch games for $60 never ever go down in price is a bit of an issue. I don't like it. Now, mind you, it's their right to do that, but I still think that they really should. Because I saw the price for $350 with the OLED, and I got that. But the thing is, they've been producing that system for nearly 8 years. I'm sorry. They must have been making mad profit on that because they took an off-the-shelf thing, and honestly, they could have easily, if you sell it for $300, making probably $200 on that, if not more at this point. And the OLED screen, okay, let's say it's $50 more, right? Versus the original Switch. I have a hard time believing that $450, even with the price increases and inflation, is really a thing, and it really should have been $400. And I think 450 is a bridge too far because it's way too close to the price of the PlayStation 5. I think it's $50 more than the PlayStation 5 digital. Like, why would you, if you're comparing the two and you're like, I want the new Switch because I can play those third-party games. Why would I spend $50 more to get a Switch? Oh, yeah, it's portable, but still, right? So I don't know. And the bigger concern is just the fact is, you know, if you got a kid, $300 price point, it's easy enough for the people to do for Christmas and birthdays and things like that. $450 though, you're really pushing your luck. I think a lot of these businesses, they're going to find out they're not going to get the sales that they want. They're just not. It's not going to sell as well as what it would have had they sold it cheaper. And my concern is they're never going to lower the price. So it's not like, oh, hey, it's a couple years down the line, let's lower the price and make it more available to everyone, right? They never, ever discounted this Switch, ever. But the only thing they ever did was the Switch, what was that called? The Slim or whatever, the one where it wasn't disconnected, it was just portable. So realistically, I mean, it's not a problem per se for me, but I am not most people. And for kids and stuff, that's going to be a problem. The secondary thing that I think is kind of egregious is the price of the games. $70, I'm okay with, because I equated it to, that's what the price was for a PlayStation 5 or Xbox game. And that's because they're doing the higher resolution, they're doing the higher textures, they're doing the ray tracing, you know, multiple performance modes. Peace. $70, I think, is fair, right? I do not think $80 is fair at all. Period. And the fact that they're selling Breath of the Wild for $70 with the Switch edition, and you're only getting a graphical update when other games are getting it for free, and I really don't even know if they're updating the actual textures to really make it worthwhile, that game shouldn't even be $60 to begin with. So realistically, that should be a $70 game. Okay, fine, if you upgrade the textures and really make it look better. But if you don't, I'm sorry, you shouldn't charge for that. That should be a free update. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, again, same thing. Should be the same thing with graphics and everything else like that. You added extra content? Okay, fine. Make that extra content $10, not the graphical updates. You know, unless you really, really, really had to put in a whole lot of textures and it's a lot of work, maybe. But the game's been out for a while and it should be discounted, especially Breath of the Wild. That's been out for 8 years and you didn't ever discount that game, which is a bunch of BS. I'm sorry, Nintendo, you're greedy. You're straight up greedy. I'm sorry, you just are. The cartridges don't cost as much to produce anymore. The game has been paid for 8 years ago, and you've never discounted. You didn't come out with a, hey, we sold so many, we're going to discount to, let's say, $30 or $20. They don't do that anymore. And I think that's a bunch of BS. And on top of the fact that when it comes to the Switch 2 version of the new Pokemon game, I'm sorry, that game looks like junk. And it really needs to, don't release it, send them back and give them someone to help them, because those textures look like junk in that game. I'm sorry, they really do. Like, I don't think I see a problem in the idea, the concept, the world, and the buildings that they have, but they look so plain, it's ridiculous. And the fact they're constraining it to one area, I think they realized, oh crap, we can't do this open world thing like we did the last game, because it was dog. It was horrible. Well, here's the thing. If there is unless you're me, and I'm going to stream stuff, I am going to be getting it to help clarify some things. Some of the things that I'm unclear about that I don't particularly like is, okay, these Switch 2 editions, we have conflicting reports. We have from a UK tech support saying there's a Switch 1 game in there with a code. There is, in the code, it downloads you the extra stuff. Then it's like, what's the point? I want it on the cartridge, or why am I buying it? And why are you wasting plastic? But then the Nintendo store says, no, it's on the cartridge. How do we know? Why did you even bother putting any type of stuff in the bottom? If it is a Switch 2 game and it's on there, great. But you also didn't add any extra content. Like, Kirby, I'm going to give a little bit of a pass. I don't think it should be $80. I think it should be $70. The reason why I think that is okay is they added additional content to the game. Real content, story content, extra lighting and stuff that they couldn't have done on Switch 1. Peace. That would be reasonable, but I don't think it's $80. Donkey Kong, as good as it looks, as expansive as it is, destructible everything, that's $70. Why is everything else higher than $70? Makes no sense whatsoever. I hope everyone and their sister doesn't buy Street Fighter 6. If you notice on Target, if you go look at the different websites, Target has a game key card, meaning we're too dang cheap to put the whole game on the cartridge, and we're going to buy a cheap chunk cartridge and make you download the entirety of the game. Thus, what's the point? You might as well buy digital for the actual game. And yes, they reduced the price on that one. That one, I believe, is only $60, but I still think it's crap because guess what CD Projekt Red's doing? Cyberpunk, the entire game is going to be on the cartridge, a 64 gig cartridge. If they can do that, everyone else is lazy. I'm sorry, no excuse. Straight up lazy. Especially if you're Capcom. If you're a little indie developer and, you know, okay, fine, cool. But realistically, if you got a small game like that anyway, I think it's a push to even have you make a physical cartridge to begin with. And when it does happen, it's because you sold so much and you think you can afford to do it. Like, I think they're putting Silk Song on a cartridge, which I wouldn't expect, but that's kind of cool for collectors. Yes, they are. I personally thought they had a bunch of crap when they came out, that they sold a bunch of lies and everything else like that. But I really think the game was forced to come out sooner than they wanted to release it, like Blizzard would, of the old would have. But publishers, and they burnt so much money for so long, they had to have a return on investment. And then with the whole COVID thing, I think that just added on to it. They fixed the game. They made the game better. The game looks better than Starfield, has better development and kind of cool things in it. Honestly, yes. I am very interested to see where the new Witcher game goes, right? Hopefully it's okay. We'll see. But as far as, you know, the other games, I don't know. There's even, I can't remember what it was, there's this other game. I don't have it on me, but, you know, maybe I'll put it here. They have that on the Switch. There's no reason why that should be on a game key card. Like, it's lame. And I don't get that. The new Daemon Machina game is fully going to be on a cartridge for Switch 2. It is only $70. It looks impressive. Like, why? I think there's a lot of bad stuff, and I think it's going to sour people from Nintendo in the game industry, and it's not going to be great. The only positive I have is there's a clear delineation that's very obvious for consumers that these developers are lazy AF and they aren't worthy of you buying their game. And I hope people don't buy the game key cards, and really, really sends a message to publishers that you just wasted your money. And then I hope everyone buys a whole bunch of the physical games to show them, if you do it right, we'll reward you. Because that's just a bunch of malarkey. We'll see how Square goes with the whole remake. It's too soon to know what that's going to look like on a cartridge from Square. Well, I mean, let's be real. I mean, the whole reason why you buy a Switch and you buy a physical cartridge is to have the whole thing on the game. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. Either you produce a cartridge or you don't. And if you're a Call of Duty, right, and you really can't get it down below 100 gigabytes, I will give you a pass. Why? Because I don't even think they offer a cartridge large enough to potentially put the game on. I think 64 gigs is the largest one. And I think a lot of the times the reason why the textures are so large is because they don't have a good way of actually fixing textures, so they like have a lot of duplicates, unfortunately, for different areas. And so that's what eats up all the space. Don't want to say you're turning on Nintendo, but I respect the honesty. Dude, okay, first of all, I'm not turning on Nintendo. I've been a Nintendo fan since I was 9. And I have the original NES, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii U. I have a Wii U. All right. Now, I didn't buy a Virtual Boy, but I think my opinion on this rates a little bit. And Nintendo's been a value brand. And if Nintendo's not the value brand, who do actual parents turn to? And I don't think you understand how angry Doug Bowser has upset me with his comment. He pulled an Xbox comment. I forget what his name was, Dan something or other, of, oh, well, if you can't afford the new Xbox, or online, buy the old Xbox 360. Nonsense. That whole thing with him saying if you can't afford the new Switch, buy the Switch One, upsets me. Because they've never lowered the price of the Switch One. They've never lowered the price of the actual Switch games. And most people have had that system for 8 years. And you're not going to be releasing the new content on the Switch One. You're not getting the new Donkey Kong on Switch One. You're not getting the new version of, let's say, oh yeah, you're getting Metroid Prime, but that's one of the least ones. And it upsets me because that's going to really piss people off from Nintendo, and might even turn them off in general. If they're not careful, they're going to shove people into Steam, because you buy a Steam Deck for about the same price and I can buy cheaper games. Parents are going to look at that and go, that's really expensive for games. They're going to hear about the Steam Deck and they're going to buy that for kids, and they're going to be buying cheap games off of Steam, and Nintendo is going to lose revenue straight up. And this whole $10 for the tour game that's an instruction manual, that's a crocky you know what. But they also lost Reggie. The only reason why they had Wii Sports in the Wii U pack-in is because of Reggie. Nintendo didn't want to do it because they have a mindset that if I did something, I want to get paid for it, which is fine. But from a marketing standpoint, if you're trying to market your system, you need to do something. Do I feel the Switch 2 needs that? No. But you're just going to waste your time, money, and effort. Very few, if anyone's going to buy that stupid $10 game. I'm sorry. They're just not. I know I'm not. That's a waste of time and plastic. You're wasting people's time. And they're going to make a whole bunch and they're going to lose money on it. And it's just, it's unfortunate. As far as the other stuff, I understand it's a little more expensive for the Pro Controller and the Joy-Cons. But realistically, I think for the optical sensor on there alone, let alone some of the improvements on other things, it's easily worth probably like $5. I'm sorry. And you're buying two of those, so like $10. Reasonable, right? It's expensive, but it's reasonable. And how often are you buying controllers? Hardly ever. And you're getting two packed in, so you're fine. Well, two games I would be looking at would be Daemon Machia and probably the Donkey Kong game. One, because they're both $70. Hey, I'm going to support good practices. And all the game is on the cartridge. Am I buying Street Fighter 6? Nope. Am I going to be buying their Nintendo's $10 game? Nope. Am I going to be buying Mario Kart? That's an if. Now, here's my feeling on Mario Kart. Mario Kart may or may not be a purchase. Let me explain. They've tried to say, there's a lot of content to justify the $80. And I say, really? You haven't released a Mario Kart game since the Wii frickin' U. You released a bunch of tracks, right? Okay. And then you released a bunch more for an additional content, right? What's so special about this one? Because I don't see anything that justifies $80. The thing that would allow me to justify $80 if they go, hey, we see you. Instead of charging you additional DLC. Nope. Nix that open world concept. They did that with Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry. No. And to be honest with you, most of it's probably going to be just junk anyway. If you played Breath of the Wild, some of these other games, trust me, it'll be open world, but there won't be much in there for you to see, to be honest. My thought is, hey, you buy this game, we're going to support it and release content for like, let's say a couple of years, like 2-3 years, right? You're basically getting a pack in there, right? So they're constantly going to have people playing it and bring things back. And if that's their new business model, and that's how they're going to do, let's say, Mario Kart, and that's how they're going to do Animal Crossing, and let's say that's how they're going to do Smash, right? When they finally do that. That I can get behind, because then I would understand, because then at that point, they're pre-funding or preloading that this is something that it's a platform game that's going to like run the length of the actual system. And it's not going to be dead after a year or two on the system. And if the system's out for 8 years, you got nothing. That I could get behind and would support and be like, okay, fine. I see what you're doing there for 10 extra bucks. Sure. I'll support that, right? Yeah, you're kind of forcing people to spend a little bit more in the beginning, but I think a lot of Animal Crossing people would be very happy about that, because I think a lot of people were upset that they bought the pack, they released some stuff, and then the support just fell off, right? So I think if they say that, okay. If they don't, and I don't see anything more they could show me that would justify an additional $10. I just don't. I really don't. I'm sorry. If I want open world, I'll play Breath of the Wild for less money or whatever. Or I'll get Grand Theft Auto. I mean, honestly, it's a kart game. Yeah, you can take pictures, but what else can you do? You can't climb. You can't fly, realistically. It's not like a plane thing where you can, like, go multiple vertical levels and stuff like that. I think it's actually more limited than you probably think it really is, and it's all going to be very, very flat. I think it'll be a fun community game that people can enjoy beyond just racing and really broaden the horizon of who will enjoy Mario Kart. And I think that's really cool. It'll also be good for people to like, hey, we're going to stream, we're going to go do things. And so you're going to get a lot of visibility from streamers and things like that, which is kind of cool, especially with the camera and stuff. But Nintendo, you got a hard sell. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the only one that feels this way about the price, because every Nintendo Direct that they had, people were putting in the chat, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. Because, yeah, it's overpriced. And I'm sorry, you don't get to skip from $60 to $80 for a game. You just don't. And the dangerous precedent it sets for, like, other games from, let's say, Sony or Xbox for their next generation system, they'll just set it for $80 because they think they can get away with it. And then that's going to make games even more unaffordable. And what's going to happen is it's going to cause a video game crash. Because it's not a need. And if people cut back on price, what's going to end up happening is studios are going to close. And then you're just not going to have what you're going to want to have with this, which is a problem. But one of the things I want to buy, I'm thinking about it, is I want to buy, and I'm going to have to buy, I'll wait until maybe Metroid. I'm concerned about the Switch 2 editions because there's actually like conflicting things, and it's not 100% clear as to what the truth is. I want to get one of those games so I can really hit home. Okay, this is what you're getting when you want to buy one of those. But I have a hard time, the ones that are out there for that. I don't know if I want to spend the money on it because I already own the games on Switch. So why would I buy it again? Metroid Prime is the only one, but I don't know exactly when that's coming out. If that's a launch title, we're good. But I thought I saw that was coming out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think in July. But Nintendo needs to be careful that they don't shoot themselves in the foot, is really what it comes down to. You're off to a good start. You have a lot of goodwill. You have games people want to play, but don't get too big for your britches. And, you know, they were smart to not announce the price in the release trailer, and they should have been smart about it, not releasing the prices right away. They should have waited. But people make mistakes. Whether Nintendo wants to send me one, we'll go. I will point out about pre-orders for the United States. They are doing a sale through Nintendo's My Nintendo Store website. The comeback scalpers. And they're requiring you, A, to have a Nintendo Switch Online account. And you've had to have it for 12 months, which if you've been playing the Switch, you would probably maybe potentially have that. and you need to have at least played 50 hours on your system. If you do that, you can sign up and get an invitation, and you'll have 3 days once you get an email invite that you can calmly go on there, purchase all the accessory games and system that you want, and they'll end up shipping it to your house for free. And it'll be standard pricing. You won't have to worry about, oh my God, the bots are going to get it, trying to spam button things, which I think is great and smart. I wish Sony and some of the other ones, Sony, I think, did that a little bit. That's how I got my PlayStation 5. But the concern I have that I didn't like is my son would like to get one, and they limit it to, they only let a person who has the Nintendo Switch account, even if it's a family plan, only the person who's paying for it is allowed to actually buy a system. So my son is like out in the cold. So if he wants one, we got to try to pre-order with Best Buy or Target or somebody, which will be fun and interesting. But it is what it is. I'll have what I need for reviews and stuff, but he'll just have to deal, unfortunately. Then again, I don't too feel bad because he hadn't played Switch in a while. He's been mainly doing Roblox. Yeah. Well, here's what I can tell you. From what we can tell, if what we see is correct, they in January shipped 323,000 systems, and then they shipped 723 systems in February already. So they're already shipped out to other countries. I can't say that's for worldwide or if that's just for the United States. I'm not sure. And if that steadily increases, in a 12-month period, maybe they'll have 3.2 million ready, but we'll see. Maybe. The other thing that potentially can help a little bit is if the tariffs, if they come down further, that might actually help a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. What I'd really like to see if they really work something out and the tariffs kind of disappear completely, because there was I believe some form of something going on. If Nintendo would drop the system by $50, then I think that would show some goodwill. If the Mario Kart has additional content and they keep that at 80 and make sure to say, hey, look, our games are at $70, right? Okay, fine. But they need to really be really sparing with that $80 price point. It's a bit much. I'm also concerned, the Joy-Cons, they did not confirm that they're using Halo Effect sticks. They supposedly said they improved them, but did they change them completely and they're not that stupid stuff that wears out? I have no idea. And to be honest with you, from what I saw on the Pro Controller when I've seen people play, those joysticks are really weird the way they do things. So who knows what the Pro Controllers have in general. I mean, that's generally, what I end up rocking is the Pro Controller, right? So, I've never had any problem with drift with those. Biggest issue I've had with PlayStation controller. Now I have to ask you, see, with the PlayStation 5 controller, right? I haven't had any problems. It's worked fine for me. The only problem I've had is when I was playing Stellar Blade and I'd hit the button. If you didn't hit it directly on and just like came at it at an angle, it wouldn't register the button fully. And that's about the biggest issue I've had with the controller and so far that I've seen. Everything else has worked fine. I haven't had too much issues with it. And I have 2 of them. So, but no, with Nintendo, that's the other thing is, what are the controllers going to be like? Are they going to be halfway decent? I think the mouse controls, from what I can see with Metroid, they're pretty smooth. You can go from mousing and then quickly pick it up, and it just transitions like nothing. So I think Metroid is going to be a big win. And the cool thing about it, if they release it soon enough, it may set a standard where a lot of the shooter games might go, whoa, 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 whoa. I want to implement that. That's a cool thing. Sort of like what they did with Splatoon with the gyroscopic aiming and stuff. Hopefully Cyberpunk takes advantage of some of that, because that'd really make that game pretty cool in that regard. Because aiming with the joystick, it was painful in Stellar Blade, let me tell you. But yeah, and the other thing is the Pro Controller's got 2 extra programmable buttons on the back. I have no idea what that's about. So we'll see. I did hear also be mindful the Piranha Plant Hari camera is way lower resolution than what Nintendo's offering for their actual thing. Is that a Game Boy Advance behind you? Yes. So this is the OG. And then my favorite, the SP. Funny thing is, this Walmart sticker, this is what I used and played when I waited overnight to get my Nintendo Wii. That's why it has the sticker, and I just never removed it. Great systems. Great systems. My other systems, of course. I think I've showed you this before. GameCube with the Game Boy Advance player on it in that regard. So, no, I have all my systems. I didn't ever sell any of my systems. And they all function. The only one that doesn't function is my Genesis, weirdly enough. And mainly, I don't know what the problem is with that one. They just don't work. And it's not just mine. The other one I have also doesn't work. So they need to be fixed. Yep, they are. They are. And if I have to ever play anything retro, I do have a retro Tink to be able to convert those systems to be able to work on a HDMI out for capture for gameplay, which is cool. Which, do I have that here? Well, I don't have it on me right this second. I'd have to dig for it. But, so yeah, in closing, when it comes to the Nintendo, $450 is somewhat fair. But $400 would be better. I think $80 for a game is too much, unless it's getting free content down the line, where it's going to be a life game for Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Smash, things like that. I think game key cards are junk. I think either you do or you don't. You know, Switch One game. Ooh. Ooh. Favorite Switch One game? Wow. You know? That's a hard one. I'm going to reserve my judgment on that because there's a bunch of Switch One games I haven't fully played yet. But if I'm going to be honest, probably Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I think the reason why I like that one is I like strategy games. I like the characterizations you had. I like the fact you could build a relationship with the characters. It had sort of like a Harry Potter feel to it with the three houses and whatnot and some of the story. But I also like the fact that, like, you could actually, like, marry one of the actual, like, characters. And then, like, it strengthens your relationship. You could do... It was kind of crazy and different. I've never really seen that in a game. Yes, I know they've done it in lesser games and maybe some of the farming games and things like that. But it was still pretty cool. And I thought it was really awesome. I haven't played the Engaged. I have Engaged. That's the game that came afterwards, but I need to do that. Yeah. I kind of liked Breath of the Wild because of the fact that you could go anywhere and climb and things like that. And I like that you could build stuff in Tears of the Kingdom. But they both had faults where I didn't go, that was an awesome game. And part of it was Breath of the Wild was some performance issues and lack of actual story or really good dungeons or bosses. Tears of the Kingdom fixed some of the dungeons and better bosses, but and a little bit better story, but there were several parts of it that I thought were very, like, I had to look things up to figure out how to do things, and they weren't as straightforward as they were on Breath of the Wild, and so it could easily be a problem. Have I played Hogwarts Legacy? No, but it is coming out for the Switch too. So with the wand controls and the mouse stuff, I don't know how that's going to play. I would imagine it would play pretty good probably for the flying and some of the wand stuff. I figured Switch 2 version is going to be probably the best version. And it's probably going to have all the content in it as well. So there's that. Chad, I'll talk to you a little bit later about the whole ordering for my son. I'll explain a little bit later. You probably missed that. As far as my biggest thing that I'm concerned about right now is what are we gonna get software lineup, right? I'm kind of spoiled a little bit when it comes to Switch 1. That Nintendo themselves had a strong cadence of actual software titles for the Switch, and they have a few titles, but they don't have a lot. And I have a feeling they may be leaning a little bit on the third-party stuff, which is great and all, but like, you know, what are we gonna do? And then the whole Dustbloods thing, I don't know if you caught that, but that's gonna be PvPvE. So it's like you're gonna have to fight 9 other people in the environment, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to play that. I want a single player game, right? What's that about? So I don't know how that's gonna go in that regard. I imagine Rebirth is eventually going to end up on the Switch 2. I imagine the third game is going to end up in the Switch 2. Square will make it a point that it will run on Switch 2 because they want to make their money back, because they clearly can't sell on the PlayStation 5 and make their money back. And I wouldn't be surprised, given the time frame of PlayStation 6, that it ends up coming out on PlayStation 6 as well. As far as anything else, it's really going to depend. I don't think we're going to get a Mario game for a while, because I think the people that are making Mario are making the Donkey Kong game. You're getting a Metroid game. Cool. You're not going to get a Zelda game for a while. Makes sense. You just got Tears of the Kingdom, and to hold you over, you're going to have Wind Waker, and you're going to have the Warriors game, which will be kind of cool to do. But I don't know. Other than Donkey Kong and maybe potentially Mario Kart, are there any other games that are strong? I need to buy the system for this. Dustblog would have maybe been that for some people, but I don't know if that's still going to be the case now they've told us what it is. We'll see. I'm just not sure. But on that note, I will try to do reviews and give some advice as to buying and what they should get. In regards to the original Switch, I did one way back as the accessories and things that would be good and what makes sense. I will pretty much guarantee you we're going to want to get a glass screen for your Switch 2. That has saved multitude of screens when it's come to my son, so I would highly recommend that, no questions asked. Past that, you know, case, memory card, maybe. It really depends. If it's just cartridges, I've never had a need to use a memory card. That's more for if you want to download digital games. But big question is, do you buy Mario Kart digitally for $50 more? That's the real kicker, because it's tied to your system then, and you can't sell it or get rid of it. But are you really going to sell and get rid of Mario Kart? And then is Mario Kart then worth it for $50? That's the question, right? And why is Mario Kart there's such a price difference of $30? Does the cartridge cost that much that they need to spend $30? What's that about, right? I personally think it's an upscale tactic. I think they purposely are going to try to justify it for $80, and they really want to save the system for $500. But what's the best way to do it, right? The best way to do it is try to pack a game in, but not like a pack in where it's free. Give that value proposition. AMD does this nonsense all the time with their graphics card. A good example of that is the 9070 and the 9070 XT. Yeah, you can buy the 9070 for $400 or $550, but for $600, you get a card that's going to have more performance, like way more performance, for only $50 more. You really want the XT, right? When they really should price it a lot more separate apart, you know, at least $100. they do this nonsense all the time. But their reasoning for it's a little bit different because they're using the same chip, and maybe the yields are so good that they're actually breaking good ones to make the actual 9070s. It's not as bad as what it used to be. So we'll see. But I don't know. It's a Nintendo's ball court on what they could do here. I think it's the right play that they're releasing it when they're releasing it because they're going to get a jump at the PlayStation 6. I don't think the PlayStation 6 is honestly going to push graphics that much better. I think what it's going to do is it's going to be able to hit frame rates and do certain things a little bit easier, but you're not going to see a drastic change in graphics from 5 to 6 realistically, especially from Pro. The most you're going to see is maybe just a little bit more performance. But then again, they're going to be able to scale that. Like, the difference between that and Switch 2 is not going to be super huge, right? Unless they up the RAM. If they up the RAM content, then the Switch 2 is going to hold everyone back with its 12 gigs of RAM. But listen, at least it's got 12 gigs of RAM. It's got more RAM than the Xbox Series S, which is hilarious. But we'll see how that goes. So, on that note, I need to get back into my game and do what I need to do. Because I've been on my soapbox a little bit too long. Oh, snap. I've been meaning to do a video on this. I just haven't had the time, and I just couldn't get myself to do it. So I appreciate you coming in and asking about this because, you know, one, it's good to have the back and forth, but always, you know, I want to get that content out there. And I'm sure the editor will chop this up and we'll put it up and it'll be all good. I need to do it. But be mindful. Go on the Nintendo. If you want to pre-order one, go to their website and, you know, put your stuff in. I think it's going to be around the early May that they're going to send invites around May 9th or so. So I still don't know how I'm going to get up here though, because that was underneath, and I don't think that's underneath. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. Where am I at anyway? Oh, I'm right there. Okay. Okay, so that bounces me up there. Maybe? Okay, I think I have an idea. Where's my choke? Where's my chocobo? Where you at? There you go. Alright. We want to go across this one bridge over here, I think. Where are these bridges at? Okay, here we are. Okay, so I want to go over to here, hit that mushroom to get up there, right? I want to go across that bridge there, and then I want to go. Wait a minute, is it just going to be bouncing me where I want? Oh. That's not going to do what I want. Really? Huh. Oh, okay. Because that I was already over there, and that didn't do much for me. Let me... You know what? Let me go back to the toadstool thing here. And then what I'll do is... Let me go back to the area. Maybe it's up and underneath. Let's see. Okay. Facing the wrong way. I need to go south. No, we're not bothering with you. No, wrong way. Rabbits! That's rabbit season! No, you don't. Kill a fire. Kill a fire.
Just like that, okay?
Yeah, we got that, Cloud. All right, so what do we got here? So there are two different things. And it's got to be up on top because I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah. Because if I'm directly under it, let's say here. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What if it's underneath? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes! Maybe?
Cloud, wait a second. Security is still active, but I should be able to disable it remotely. One moment. This appears to be a Shinra training facility. One of several
Found
in
it.
the region.
Out here in Gungaga? That's news to me.
The official records were curated to remove all mention of them some time ago. They were last used by General Affairs, auditing.
The Turks.
I've created fake IDs for all of you. Now, shall we see what awaits us inside?
I'm already on, sir.
Confirming personnel data. ID GAI 224.
This kind of reminds me of Crisis Chronicles with Zack.
Welcome to the Turks training facility.
Zung!
As you well know, our duties often require that we enter into high-risk situations. Failure is tantamount to death. Even here, act as though your lives are on the line. Without further ado, I'll brief you on your mission. Calm's Bailey has been breached by armed insurgents, allowing hordes of fiends to overrun the town.
Sounds familiar.
Military is on site. The enemy is utilizing the chaos to establish a foothold. Our mission is to pinpoint their leader's location
Okay.
and apprehend him as soon as possible. This exercise will begin as soon as you are ready. Good luck.
Sounds like something Zack had to deal with.
They were faint at best, but I did pick up proto-relic readings during that mission briefing just now.
So, in other words,
In other words, to secure it, you need only lay waste to your simulated enemies.
Okay. Let's go. Begin the training exercise. Let's go. Shinra Combat Simulator. It's a knockoff of Charlie.
Fiend sighted. Attention all units.
Dude, don't be rude.
Constant threat.
that's it!
Stagger. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't even, like, stop. Forget.
Too bad. Burn.
You guys saying Leo when I got this punk.
Gotta be careful. Get with it. Won't give up. Burn. Let's finish this. Time to get serious. It's over.
For you.
Cure Cloud? Ability Prey. Leave Barrett alone. Oh yeah? You could play that game. Fry that chicken!
It's likely that this is the leader's last line of defense. He must be close. Don't let him escape.
There we go. Victory! Now, is there more of these? Or is it just the one?
Their leader is in custody. Damn it all. I'll escort him to HQ. Very good work today, partner.
Mission complete. There is room for improvement, but you performed adequately.
Room for improvement?
The insurgent
We pwned them.
became radicalized against Shinra following an incident roughly 8 years ago. He believes his home was stolen from him. There are
Okay.
many who hold grudges against the company, and it is our job to remove these seeds of trouble before they take root. This facility will enter power-saving mode. Once you have retrieved your provisions, proceed to the next location.
Aha! Get the loot!
I've made an incredible discovery.
Whoa. That the proto-relic?
While the image is still quite unstable, the implication is staggering. The proto-relic has been digitized and stored within the simulation.
What?
Can we get it out?
Without more data, I can't say for certain.
That's weird.
Let's head to the next facility. continue my analysis there.
I mean, if they did it in Tron, why not? Oh wow,
What's
it's way
this
over there.
crap about removing the seeds of trouble? They really have no idea, do they? It's Shinra's own fault everyone hates them. What goes around comes around. As it
I'll let her
should.
finish.
I guess, but the problem is that not everyone in Shinra is bad. A lot of them are actually good people.
You call them good people. Well, I call them enablers. They're why Shinra keeps getting away with it.
I mean, I see where you're coming from.
You do, huh? Glad I could be of service.
Alright. Where's that other proto relic? Holy moly, it's way over there. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go there. We'll rest, and then I'll go to the tower, right? And then there's got to be a way to get to it or something. Okay, I'm gonna fast travel here. Okay, so how's this gonna work out? Okay, so I gotta get up there somehow. So I need to get over here, climb that rope, I think. Okay. Okay. So you can go down. Nothing there. Supposedly I can bounce over there. Okay, that didn't help. Or maybe it did. No. I know that didn't give me much of anywhere. Actually, I wonder. Is there anything in here? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Ooh, is there a ramp right here? Is there another way over here? Doesn't look like it. Unless there's a way on top and you gotta go all the way back. Oh man, really? Oh, that didn't get me anywhere. Wait, was there a rope or something to climb? No. Oh, it's not gonna let me go that way. Whoa. I think I'm getting too far for where I want to be. I think I need to maybe drop down to that one pit and what I need to do. I think it was probably hidden before. Let's see here. Oh, 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 oh. What are you doing? Wait, did I go too far? Okay. Okay. So we can go down that pit. I'm willing to bet it's down there. Because I don't think there was really much of anything down here before. Yeah. I was right.
Arrival at objective confirmed. I've disabled the security system. You may use your fake IDs to enter the facility.
Yeah, I was here before, and that's why there wasn't much of anything.
Confirming personnel data.
Okay.
Beginning authentication test.
In your previous mission, you repelled an insurgent attack and captured the enemy's leader.
Yeah.
As a Turk in the field, you must be capable of assessing a situation and making sound judgments. Now then, what should be done with it?
Interrogate him.
Correct. Considering what we know of the situation, it seems unlikely that the insurgents' ultimate objective was the town's occupation. Which leaves us with some questions. Ones only our detainee can answer.
What? Why?
I'll spare you the details. A productive interrogation revealed to us the truth. The attack on Calm was only intended to be a diversion. One which drew us away from their real target, Junon's weapons system. Suffice it to say, their plan worked. Consequently, they have seized control of our autonomous sentry units. Your mission is to neutralize the mechanical threat.
Okay.
Best of luck to you out there.
So their mechs were hijacked and turned against them? Sucks to be them.
It is a core tenet of Turk's doctrine that one must anticipate and prepare for every contingency.
Yeah. They're never caught flat-footed, that's for sure.
And on this note, this is where we're gonna call it. All right. So, how are we doing? Pretty good. This area there was a lot to do, and we nearly got it all done. There's one summons to do, and then go fight to get that summons. We're doing the proto relics, and I think there's one other, maybe one other fight, and that's no, I think we did that one. So we nearly have everything done in this region, and the grasslands. It's not going to be as hard because we're so powered up, but also B, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because there wasn't as much to do. So next time we'll probably finish up this area. We'll go finish up the grasslands area, which probably won't take us too awful long. And then we'll move on to Nibelheim at that point. And I think that's what we're looking at. If you liked my commentary, share, let people know. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at twitch.tv/GameWithVegas. I also stream on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. And of course, you should follow me on social media. It's Facebook, Instagram, or X. That way, when my schedule changes, because I play games or other things, you know what's going on, but also allows you to reach out, make suggestions on games, or just say, hey, whatever you want. Until next time, stay adventurous.